In today's video we've got it all. Pike, perch,
what an absolute belter.
3 rods to give away, and one of the scariest moments of my fishing life.
Help! I'm slipping in the river!
Stay tuned.
It's nice and early, we've just got to the first spot for the day, and nice and simple. I'm going quite high vis, and that's mainly because I was talking to my friend who you'll see in this video last night. He was saying to me that this place was kind of in flood yesterday, and it's up, it's probably a bit more coloured, so I've gone for a more high vis approach in hope that it's, well, going to be seen, because the water clarity is not as good as it was the last time I was here. Now I mentioned the last time I was here because this is part 2 of a video that started being filmed quite a few weeks ago, so I'm continuing the POV style filming because it started to be filmed in POV. I know this is going up in December, but you guys seem to enjoy the POV style filming so much it made sense to carry on doing it, and we had a pretty productive session. Not so much for me, more from my friend, but you'll see all that footage now. And one last thing to mention, you probably saw in the thumbnail, is that this rod and 2 other rods are up for grabs in this video, so make sure you stick around to find out how to get your hands on this lure rod and 2 others. But for now, it's time to make the first cast of the day and see if we can get amongst some fish today. But you are going to be cut back to a few weeks ago on the first trip of this video. Ooh, yep. Yes. Oh, it came off. No. Ah. Classic. You still there? You must have followed it a long way. Sorry? Yeah. It was on for a good few seconds. Ah.
I the clap's going.
I got proper tangled. Perch. Yeah, we're good. Well, I've learnt that my new net isn't the strongest at pushing, but he's in.
Oh, well done, mate.
Nice one. I was faffing with a little drop shot tangle. I just heard, go.
Here you go. Lovely fish.
Lovely start to the day. Beautiful.
Somerset level pike.
It took us, it took you 20 minutes of fishing?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And everyone watching the channel know my record on the Somerset levels knows that this is very quick.
You did lose one already.
I have,
one.
yeah.
Every day.
It is heavy, isn't it? I think I might take it off the power supply for a second. I have a little play with the drop shot by this tree.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
Oh, got a perch. Gary. First of the day. There we have it. This spot looked good. Drop the perch rod in. Sure enough, one little tap of the rod, and this one was on. Very welcome after a slow morning's fishing. Popping back. See if Gary can get one. Oh, yeah, got something. We got another perch. Feels good. Feels a good size. Oh, it's sinking line. This is a good perch. This is a good perch. That's a little jack. Oh, that's why it's a good perch, because it's a pike. And that is why it was a good perch, because it was a pike. Very welcome after a very slow morning. So I've now had a perch and a pike, both on the drop shot gear. Good fun. Nice. Gary's got a big one. Let's go have a look at it. What an absolute belter.
Beautiful perch.
Meanwhile, I've just lost my whole setup to the snag on the first proper cast.
Aww.
Turn around and you got this on.
There's plenty of these, and I've had fish to almost double this size in here. So this is just a good start, but there's plenty of these. Let's look at the back on it.
That's what I spotted from over there.
Really nice shaped perch.
Stunning. Absolutely smashing couple of perch for you there, mate.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Lovely fish.
Just like last time, doesn't matter what the country, you show me up. Beautiful, mate, well done. Just disappear straight away.
Yeah.
You see why they're so good in that environment.
Yeah.
Oh, I was snagged, that's right. Not on. I'm right where I've been fishing the whole time. There we go.
Just the bottom.
Oh. No, we had a fish on. We have an eel.
No way. Oh!
Oh no. I need help unhooking this thing. That's why it felt snagged. It had gone hooked itself and gone back into something. Well, I did not expect that. An eel. As you can see, myself and Gary fished from sunrise to sunset, and although Gary had those awesome perch, my session never really got going, which is why you join me back on today's session, where I'm hoping to change that. I've got to do my best to use a multiplier today. This is Gary's, who you've just sort of had a lovely session, caught some nice fish. Those perch are incredible, so I will be back for them at some point myself. But I'm using his reel because he left these rods with me, which originally, I'm not going to lie, they were going to be a gift to me. And I said, well, I don't really need any more rods. How about we give it to my subscribers? And he was on board with it. So this rod and two others will be going to one of you winners. Oh, that was an awful cast. We need to practice on that. That's also a wasted cast. That flow's quite strong. Let's bring it back. And yes, so you will be winning these rods. I will get onto that at some point today. But for now, I just want to get something under my belt, because I struggled last time on the pike. As you saw, I had that one when I was using the drop shot rod, which was good fun, but nothing when we were lure fishing. So I need to try and get it across into that little alcove, I think, and go from there. And I know you guys watching are probably hoping for me to get the mother of all tangles with this reel, because I'm new to using multipliers. I've only used them a few times, but I'll do my best. Yep. Oh, is that a plant? I think it's a plant. Oh, I felt like a knock, but we got a plant. Oh, I'm so sure that was a fish. Now it's in the flow, it feels like a fish, but it's not. There's some people walking past that are probably going to be like, oh, is it a big one? No, it's a plant. Oh, it's a log by the looks of these. Well, best fight of the day so far has come from a log. I like to think that my videos are kept light-hearted and entertaining, and maybe you learn a thing or two along the way, which is why I'm leaving this next clip in, because it's not a fun tip, but it could be one that saves your life, because I got very lucky on this occasion, but it's given me a bit of a wake-up call, and I'll talk a little bit after this sequence about what I've done now to make sure that this never happens again, because I'm very aware I got lucky. This could have been a lot worse. If you're not careful, I'm going to go for a swim. It's steady, yeah? Can I go any further? Even though I was sat here right now editing this clip, safe, dry and sat on a sofa, I still cringe watching this clip because I can feel the sheer fear that I had when this happened at the time, and it shows just how quickly a situation can go from seemingly in control with no issues to a very dire situation. Although there's probably no longer any pike over there, at least I've made it clear for the next angle. Oh, I'm falling in. This isn't good. This really isn't good. My foot is in the water now. Help! Anyone there to help? Help! In all seriousness, I'm kind of half in the river and slipping. Help! I'm slipping in the river! Is anyone there? Help! Please God, keep me safe. Help! Anyone help? Anyone there? I'm slipping in! Can anyone help me? There was literally nobody coming. I'm going to trim the clip here because I don't think you need to see the full 10 minutes of me shouting for help. 10 minutes may not seem like a long time. When your foot is freezing in the water with no purchase below it, shaking, and you're slipping down a bank with just nothing but stinging nettles to grab onto, believe me, 10 minutes feels like an eternity. But finally, I got someone's attention by waving the rod around and was hauled to safety. Anyone help? Got to try and stay calm, although my leg is shaking. I do not want to fall in a river at the end of November. Can anyone help? Anyone there? Oh, come on, someone, please. Anyone help? Excuse me. I can't get up. Can you help? Thank you. Finally, I've got a dog walker's attention. If you're watching this, you can all just climb up. Trust me, that's my first thought. No, the ground's just giving way. Come on, mister. I'm over here. Someone's just saw me. But the ground's giving way on my foot. Hello. If you grab my net, I might be able to hold on to my net handle. It'll be stronger than this. Thank you. Just pull you up. Yeah, right. If you both hold on to that a second. Hold on. Oh, that's the thing. I need to get grip on it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Not how you want to start your fishing session. Thank you.
You gave us all a fright.
Well, I hooked that log. I was getting.
Right?
Yes, thank you. But 10 minutes of your foot.
I was running around there thinking, where's that?
I was walking, so I was alright, he's not in the river.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. I would have pulled myself up, but the first time I tried to push, this foot went in the water and I started slipping down. I was like, if I try again, I might end up in there. Yeah. I hooked that log from over there. I thought, I'll just unhook the log and my foot went. Thank you. 10 minutes of shouting. I was like, surely someone's going to come along.
Well, I had my AirPods in and I did hear someone shouting and I was down there and I thought it was the people in the feed mill.
I thought when I saw it was industrial, I thought you're probably used to people shouting there. I was sort of waving the rod. I was like, I see dog walkers all the time. The sod's know when you need one.
I know. Right.
Thank you. No, that.
For work, so I'm definitely
Thank you for your help.
You got a good story to tell.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. Yes, I'm in, thank you. Yeah. Thank you though.
And this was where the adrenaline wore off, and the magnitude of what had just happened kind of kicked in a bit.
That was scary. Yeah, I think the adrenaline's wore off now. Thing is, I don't know how deep it is, but middle of November, you don't want to fall into a river on your own when you're fully clothed.
No.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
can see people still swimming in there. Which is
yes, yeah, but that's intentional swimming.
oh, yeah, that is intentional, not with wellies on.
No.
Oh,
Thank you for your help. That could have been a lot worse. That 10 minutes felt like an eternity, I can tell you. My hands are peppered and stinging now as well. I tried scrabbling up. At the end of the day, a slightly wet leg is something I would take every day of the week if something like that happens again. Right, let's see if we can actually catch a fish, not a log, and this day can only go up. Whew. Wow.
And that's where I'm going to quickly pause the video before we carry on with the session, which thankfully turned out to be really, really good. So stay tuned, but turn that situation into a bit of a lesson, because I got away with it here. There have been plenty of people in the past that haven't. And I want to make sure that if you take anything from this video, is to be safe on the bank. Do everything you can to keep yourself safe, because no lure is worth a life. Remember that. I'm going to come back to that in a second, because I got lucky here. I was in a built-up area that people came and saved me in the end. But if I'd been a mile or 2 miles away from civilization, which I often am when I'm fishing on the rivers, and this had happened, I probably would have gone for a swim. And I don't like to think about that too much, because, yeah, well, you know what the outcome could have been. So I have bought myself a dog spike. I've actually got 2 of these because they were 2 for about $15.99 on Amazon, I think it was. You could use a bank stick. The reason I've gone for a dog spike is because it's got a heavy duty spike on one end and a good handle to screw that into the ground. So I can make a nice solid anchor point for a rope. These 2 things together are going to weigh next to nothing. I can just put them in my rucksack. And if I do need to go down to the water's edge, lap that onto that handle rather than onto this, because I'm not sure how strong that would be, but just put it straight over so it's right on the spike. And then if I go down to the water's edge, I've got something that can help me get back up onto the bank. Of course, if any situation looks too dangerous to do it, even with that, don't do it. No lure is worth a life. And the reason I've said that twice is because there are 3 rods up for grabs in this video. I'm not going to tell you how to enter the competition. I'm going to leave it at this point because I think this is the most important part of the video. So all you got to do is comment down below, hashtag life over lure or something like that. And also come up with any other suggestions you can think of to keep yourself more safe on the bank when it comes to maybe river banks that are a bit more precarious, lake banks that are precarious. I'm not advocating deliberately going into dangerous situations. I'm just saying if you're in one, what can you take with you that makes it a bit safer? So something like this, if it does happen, you can get yourself out without the need for extra help. So comment that down below, life over lure, and then also your suggestions or anything else on the video. And that's you entered into the competition to win these 3 rods. And here is a bit more information on the rods. The first rod of the 3 is the Gator Mirage 8-foot casting 40 to 130 gram versatile rod. It's a rod that combines high sensitivity with fast action for maximum performance. The second rod is the Gator Mirage 7'3" spinning rod, which is a 5 to 25 gram tech spin, perfect for perch. And lastly, the softest rod of them all, the Gator Mirage 6'10", 3 to 15 gram Zephyr. It's a finesse rod, perfect for small light lures and drop shotting. So good luck if you enter the competition. This is being run in the UK only. And remember, it's hashtag life over lure. Get yourself a dog spike, get yourself some rope, or whatever good suggestions you see in the comment section below. And those 3 rods could be coming your way. Now, let's get back to the session, which thankfully was a lot better than the start.
Have a good day, girl. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love you. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That morning call hit a little bit different after that experience. The adrenaline's worn off and everything. I feel a bit more okay now. Just want to catch a fish now. Well, it's been a slow morning, other than the drama first thing, and my goal for today is simple: catch a pike. Because as you saw the last trip out, yes, I had a little one, but it was on the drop shot rod. It's very small. I'd like to have a pike on a proper lure. As you can see, I'm using a big chunky one at the moment, and something that pulls back, gives me a bit of fun on this rod. That is the only goal for today, a fish. And if I get that fish, my goal will then be to get 2 fish. And if I get 2 fish, you get where I'm going with this. But obviously, primarily, don't want to blank. I want to catch something on this rod so you can actually see it in action. Now this is a new stretch that I've never fished before. I was just chatting to one of the locals, and he's a match angler and was very much frustrated with the pike for when he's feeder fishing and the number of times he's been bitten off by them. And he told me some spots that he's done well on the feeder, but then subsequently it's just been getting pestered by the pike. So he was against them, but still gave me a good bit of a heads up on where to fish for them, which is why I'm now fishing on a brand new stretch, going off his word and hoping that it's true. So we will see how the day goes.
Once again, I'm trimming this session down because you don't need to see several hours of absolutely nothing. Once I reached about a mile from the car in one direction, I decided to turn around and make my way back, but made a few extra casts in likely looking spots.
Oh, that was a hit. Yep. Oh, it's let go. Oh, that's the first hit of the day. Right, so we know there's a pike there. Damn it, I missed it. That's a bit better. Come on, still be something there. Behave. It's a lovely cast. That deserves a fish. Yes. Oh. Little Jack. An angry Jack. Aren't they all? He's in. He's back out. He's in. Whew. So I just had a hit from up there. Nothing, so I'll just come up and just flick one over there. They've got to be tight to that far bank. It's slacker, loads of snags and brambles and things. Sure enough, this one was sat in there. He's absolutely engulfed the bait. Oh, finally. There we go, the result of a morning's efforts. And as you see, I'm covered in mud because I just slipped on my arse getting down to hold the fish up after it rested for a few minutes. So today is, it's a mixture of fails and successes, but that is a very, very welcome ending to the morning. It's probably about 10:30, nearly 11. So finally got one. I have to get in here for first light, and hopefully, now we've got the one, which is what my target was, we can push on and get more than one. Such angry looking fish. Awesome. Put it back in the net. I'm sure you're going to kick any second because you've been very lively. Back you go, mate. Look at that camouflage. So cool. And I wasn't recording, so that's, if you want to see behind the scenes of Instagram, sometimes I hit record, sometimes I don't. And this was one of those cases where I didn't hit record. Lovely. But trust me, it looked cool. Yeah, I think that is an otter. Well, I just saw a bird freak out and go straight across from the island to this bank, and then a big trail of bubbles followed it over to here. The bird got out, and I just watched the bubbles, and a little head popped up, and I'm not 100% sure whether it was either a pretty big mink or a small otter. I've got some footage of it, and I'm not sure whether it's no fishing beyond this point, so we'll stop here and cast over, but I'm not sure whether it was a mink or a small otter. I mean, you'll see the footage that I'm overlaying right now, but that could explain why the fishing in this area, which I was told was going to be good, has been a little bit difficult, although I did just have my pike from there and a hit from further up. If there's apex predators in the area, that's going to put most fish on guard. So let's see. We'll give it a little bit longer here, and then we'll move on to another stretch. What is going on over there? Any second out from behind that bush, there'll be a few helicopters and what looks to be a jeep or something hanging from one of them. I don't think I can zoom in anymore. My camera's not quite good enough. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, we can. Woo! That is a jeep, isn't it? Never seen that before. Fair play. Yep. Ooh. Feels like a little one, but I thought there's got to be something over there. Little jack again. Real pale one actually. Can I get down without falling? Yes. Sweet, real pale. There we have pike number 2, and I think you agree, much paler than the first one. Still super welcome. I'm just making my way back towards the car, but casting the lure into all the likely looking slacks behind bushes on the far bank, and they seem to be coming out and smacking it not long after I start retrieving. And that's 2 fish in the last 40 minutes, another knock just before that, so it seems that we're starting to find where the fish are wanting to hold up. Let's keep building on that. Happy days. And off he goes. Oh, yep. Oh, you followed it all the way in. Get that fall in. Another one. Things are starting to work now. Sweet. And fish number 3, much like the other 2, seems to be the average size so far. Very, very good fun. Thank you, mister. Let's get you back. And off he goes already.
Now that I seem to be getting some consistent action by casting as tight to the far bank as possible and doing a full retrieve, I decide to retrace my steps and head further upstream.
Got him. Smallest of the day, but good fun. Very welcome little jack. Again, about the average size of today. But the first one since having some food for lunch. And hopefully the afternoon continues. 4 fish on the lure. Great fun. Oh, had a hit right there. You followed it all the way in. You still there? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good hit. Oh. Angry fish. Get out of that weed. Only just hooked. Come on. He's in. Whew. Whew. And there we have fish number 5. And what's doing the business today is this guy. I guess it's like a angry juvenile perch sort of pattern. It's already looking a bit battered because I've landed 5 on it and had a few extra hits. It's probably about the same size as the first one I had this morning. But really enjoying today. This is, other than the time I was on a boat fishing on a water in Oxford, this is the best lure fishing session I've ever had going around on the river. So, great fun. The bank's going to be a bit hit and miss, but we're catching them and returning them and having fun, and that's the main thing. Pike, 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 pike. That looked a good size as well. Come on, are you still there? It wasn't a strike, it was almost like how a carp rolls. Oh, that made me jump. Oh my days. Whew. Whoa, my heart is in my mouth. I was daydreaming listening to that helicopter and I just saw this mouth come flying at me. He's gone into that weed now, let's get him in. Oh my days. Whew. That'll get your blood pumping. Wow, I saw it's dead on at me, just like mouth open, he just engulfed it right there.
Oh, that made me
wow. I'd say you wanted that. I think he's actually only lightly hooked with one of the trebles, but he's smashed the whole thing back. Yep, there we are. One of the trebles was in, that was it. But he'd absolutely smashed it. Oh, that's the best one of the day, I think, just about. I think my heart rate's just about returned to normal. Oh, angry, angry fish. Smashed it at my feet. That's why we do it. Such good fun. Oh, mega. Back in the car and time to head back. I had a thoroughly enjoyable day, despite the start, of course. My hands have been stinging all day from how many stinging nettle stings I got at the very start. That's been my little reminder throughout the day of how the day started. But rest assured, I have learnt my lesson from that now. I'm going to get one of those dog walking screws, so the big screws or spikes that you can put in your garden and you attach a dog lead to keep them in one sort of spot. I've heard of people doing that before. It doesn't cost much. I'm going to get one of those. I've got some rope in the car already, so I can just tie it onto one of those, and that will be me sorted going forwards fishing on rivers like this, because there were several other swims today where once I'd netted the fish it was a bit awkward to get down to the water and it kept giving way, and that's where one of those dog screws with a rope would have come in handy, just giving me a little bit more support getting down to the water and then back up. So I learnt my lesson today. I'm aware that that could have been very, very bad. It doesn't really bear thinking about what could have happened, because despite the fact I'm a pretty good swimmer, I do not fancy my chances falling in a river that was quite high yesterday at the end of November whilst fully clothed. So yeah, that could have been a lot worse than it was, but I think you'll agree that after the start of the session the day picked up pretty well, because we had 6 pike, a few more hits and things like that, and of course otters are a bone of contention in the fishing world, but that is the first time I've ever seen one in the wild personally, and as a wildlife lover it was kind of quite cool to see. But don't worry, I am aware of the damage they can cause. Let's not open that can of worms. But all in all, it's been a really enjoyable day. using that Gator rod, which, as you know, is up for grabs, along with the other 2 rods that have been in the car just sitting there waiting to be used. But I've had so much fun using that Mirage rod today, I just kept on using it and really enjoyed it. And as you saw, it does the job nicely. So to get involved, you already know what to do. If you skip to the end to find out how to get involved, shame on you. You should have watched the whole video, because those of you that watched all the way through know exactly what you need to do to enter into the video. Good luck to everyone that does, and just a reminder, this is UK only, and apologies to anyone that's abroad. Maybe one day I'll be able to do some giveaways that are abroad. But that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like the video if you did. There's a little clue as to 2 of the things you needed to do to be entered into this competition. And I'll see you in the next one.
The heart is in my mouth.